So we're down to the last 8. The competition you sense rapidly heading towards its big climax. A dash for the finishing line, the showpiece final. Welcome to our live coverage on quarter-final day. It is good to have you with us, and you can see that the atmosphere is building very nicely. Super noise, grand level of expectation, and that is only rising as we head towards kick-off time. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. So this is where we're up to in the quarter-finals. Already plenty enough to get the juices flowing.
All the 8 sides still left here are perfectly entitled to think they have a good shot at this, Peter. It is quite an atmosphere here, and that's clearly raised the bar in terms of expectations from the crowd. They genuinely think, or certainly the feel is, that they'll get to see the game of the tournament.
There's the whistle, and here we go. And it's played forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. DjSDPMLVGP. Forward it goes.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
DjSDPMLVGP over to the left, and help's available out wide. Plenty waiting in the middle. Massive leap! Attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Tries to get it forward quickly. For Tunis. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Hoists it forward. Chip through. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Whose ball? Who's going to get there? Gets it upfield. Good idea, just poorly executed. Tried to play it through.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
And he's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. Plays a clever pass. Oh, shooting chance! That's a half-decent try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Koulibaly. Minutes till half-time. Played out to the right. Barkley. Timely intervention. For Tunis. He's through the middle. Danger averted for now. And it's played forward. Heading towards half-time, and it is still scoreless. Ball through needs to be good here. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Out to the right. It's a decent-looking cross. Forward it goes. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. There's a long ball, played into space out wide. More than happy to take the muscular approach. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So now the team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. Reflections on the first half?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. Here we go again.
South Africa can be very glad that half-time came when it did. Poor possession and very little firepower means they need a serious pickup in this second half. No guts, no glory.
Loses his balance and loses the ball. Koulibaly. Idrissa Gueye. Gets it back. It's put paid to a promising move. And it's Mane. He's got away. He's hits one! Goal!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
A 1-0 lead established.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Battles to win it back. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get enough behind it. It happens.
Koulibaly plays it forward. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Bernie. For Tunis. Chance to break. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Idrissa Gueye. Tries to get it forward quickly. Forward it goes. Tries lifting it over. And it's hoisted clear.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Koulibaly plays it forward. He's through. Finds himself eased off the ball.
Senegal are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
Now the counter. Foot in. Senegal have a free kick. Away from immediate danger. And back to base. Tries to stroke it through. Referee's given a throw. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Managed to get it away. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, they've lost the home leg, so life gets a little fraught. All that's left is to win away, and somehow... So we're down to the last 8. The competition you sense rapidly heading towards its big climax. A dash for the finishing line, the showpiece final. Welcome to our live coverage on quarter-final day. It is good to have you with us, and you can see that the atmosphere is building very nicely. Super noise, grand level of expectation, and that is only rising as we head towards kick-off time. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. So this is where we're up to in the quarterfinals. Already plenty enough to get the juices flowing.
All the 8 sides still left here are perfectly entitled to think they have a good shot at this, Peter. It is quite an atmosphere here, and that's clearly raised the bar in terms of expectations from the crowd. They genuinely think, or certainly the feel is, that they'll get to see the game of the tournament.
And already we're underway here. Drogba! Oh, how's that for a goal? A finish of true class!
Oh, Peter, it's a lovely piece of deception in shaping to whack it and then opting for a lovely little lob.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Tarat. Zayak. Dinks one in. You can get that clear. They've played it short. Zaha attempts a clearance. He's gone for it! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Yeah, on another occasion, all that went wrong may come right. Ivory Coast have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
Looks to clip it forward. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Tarat plays it forward. And that had to be more accurate. That's gone a long way up and away. Right through the middle. Drogba! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, Peter, I would say it was worth a try.
Benatia cuts it out. Hakimi. He's picked him out. Going for goal! Holds it out to the flank. Zayak. Has a goal! They've scored! That really was a thing of beauty. Curled in effortlessly.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Gets into a dangerous position. Kessié hoists it forward. Tarat. And it's Zayak. Yaya Toure. Forward it goes. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Kessié. Zaha. Now it's Gervinho. Kessié. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And it's played forward. Finds himself eased off the ball. He reached half-time. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. With do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Look, this match promised goals, and it certainly hasn't let us down. It's been really, really entertaining.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. Already up and running for the second half. No reported change to either side during the break. And it's Ziyech. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Looking to break out here. Aurier. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Drives it towards the front. Well played, he saw that coming. That's not going to make it. Yaya Toure. Tries to get it forward quickly. Tries lifting it over. What an adventurous run from a defender. Aurier can hoist it clear. Drogba. Now it's Gervinho. Played out to the right. Gets the better of his man.
Yeah, he was under pressure to get that exactly right, and he couldn't even think of the consequences. It was instinctive and rock solid.
And here's Ziyech. Kessié with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. A fine save.
Taarabt simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Bailly gets it away. Aurier drives it forward. A real chance to break. Well, try as they might, they just couldn't get into an attacking area. Hakimi has created one goal already. Both sides a bit too casual in possession. He slid it through.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Ziyech. He's played him through. Taarabt.
Morocco showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Ziyech. Hakimi is the guilty party there. He's made sure that that won't get through. Kessié tries to stroke it through.
you wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Get a throw in. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. And the first leg ends all square. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Tim? Well, this, of course, is part two of the quarter-final. The hosts did claim a narrow win on the road, which has really turned up the heat on their opponents, who are left with little choice, but really to go for it now, to go all out for a win. A warm welcome to everyone who joins us now for what should be a really intense encounter. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. So it's all stacked in favour of the hosts, the scoreline and indeed home advantage in this battle for a place in the semi-final.
Well, it's going to need...
And the finish! Oh, that is rather wayward.
The defence did very well to be able to close him down in numbers like that. They basically suffocated his hopes.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Strong challenge, but well within the laws. He's left, real chance! It's in!
And looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Senegal have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it? Referee's given a throw. Shoots! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
And he has been fouled there. That's not going to make it. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Oh, his big chance! There it is!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
What about that, Jim Beglin?
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the pass to pick him out.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Well, the scoreline is tight. The tie right on a knife edge. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Now the breakaway. Gets the better of his man. It is quite a run he's making here. And he's cut it out. For Tunis. Hoists it high. That intervention was very necessary. Dashing forward at pace. Now it's Mane, going through. Mane. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. And he's straight offside. Keeper's got good distance on that. Gets it back. Plays a clever pass. Well played, he saw that coming. Defenders on the back foot. Tries to stroke it through. Battles to win it back. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it has been an even contest, as the scoreline suggests, and it has been more than decent to watch.
Well, having lost the first leg, Peter, an early goal settler was first on the menu, but there's still time to serve up the main course here.
It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. Second period then underway. Berry plays it out to the wing. Gets it upfield. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Forward it goes. Hoists it forward. Danger averted for now. It's a throw. Lobs it in gently. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Tries to dink it in. Good ball. And he's onside. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Berry into the channel. Knocks it away.
South Africa are definitely going about this the right way.
This isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Pings it out wide. Gets it into the middle. Up to meet it! It's in! They have edged ahead overall.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
South Africa can make their change now with a break in play.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Get a throw in. Senegal are making a change now. To the keeper and try something new. Plays it over to the other flank. Throw in. going to be another throw. He gets past his man.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
It's one! He's had a goal! Oh, how's that for a goal? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And that puts them back in front on aggregate. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Oh, that's great awareness. Full marks to him as he was just that bit quicker than everyone else on the follow-up.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Senegal take the lead.
I think what we've just seen is further evidence of their resilience and fantastic belief. I mean, they can always come through. Remarkable. Senegal probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
Looks to dink one in. Whipped in. Cleared away. Senegal have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. South Africa are out. All square here, and they are gone. The first leg deficit proved not to be recoverable. Just had a better effort.